It was a cold morning. The sun was out, but the air still felt heavy. People were walking fast on the busy street. Everyone had somewhere to go. But one young man was standing still near the big glass building of Royal Tech PVT Lawa Tad. His name was Rahul. Rahul wore simple clothes. His shirt was clean but old. His shoes were dusty. He had a small file in his hand. It had his certificates, resume, and a photo. He looked nervous but hopeful. He took a deep breath and walked toward the entrance. The security guard looked at him from head to toe. "Interview?" the guard asked. "Yes," Rahul replied with a small smile. The guard let him in, but not kindly. "More like doing a favor." Rahul entered the building. It was beautiful inside, shiny floors, bright lights, and people in suits talking on phones. Rahul walked to the reception desk. The lady sitting there looked up and frowned. "Name?" she asked in a flat voice. "Rahul Verma. I applied for the marketing position. I got a call yesterday," he said politely. She looked at him again, this time with judgment in her eyes. She didn't even check the computer. She just said, "Wait there," and pointed to a corner. Rahul sat quietly. Around him, other candidates were sitting. They wore suits, polished shoes, and expensive watches. Some laughed. Some looked at Rahul and whispered. "Did he come here to clean the office?" one guy said, laughing. Rahul heard it. His face turned red, but he said nothing. After 20 minutes, a man in a black suit walked out. He looked like a manager, proud and powerful. He looked at Rahul and said loudly, "Who allowed this guy in?" The room became quiet. Rahul stood up and said, "Sir, I came for the interview. I applied online and—" The manager cut him off. "You think looking like this, you'll get a job here? This is a company, not a charity." Rahul's hands shook. "I may not look rich, sir, but I have skills. Just give me a chance." The manager laughed. "Skills? We need smart people. You look like you can't even buy lunch." The receptionist giggled. Rahul's eyes filled with tears, but he held them back. He didn't beg. He just said, "Thank you for your time," and picked up his file. He walked out slowly. People watched him go. Some felt sorry. Most didn't care. Outside, Rahul stood for a moment. The cold wind hit his face. He looked up at the tall building. He whispered to himself, "One day, I will walk into this building again. But not for a job. I'll be the one giving jobs." Then he pulled out a card from his pocket. It had the name of a small startup founder, a man Rahul had met just last week. The man had said, "I see fire in your eyes. Come to me if you ever need a partner." Rahul had kept the card, not sure if it meant anything. Now he looked at it again. The card felt heavy, not in weight, but in meaning. Flashback begins. Just 5 days ago, Rahul was sitting near a tea stall, applying for jobs from his old phone. He had finished college 2 years ago, but life was hard. His father passed away when he was 16. He had to take care of his mother and younger sister. He worked part-time at a grocery shop and studied at night. He sent hundreds of job applications. No reply. That day, an old man at the tea stall saw him working and asked, "Son, why do you look so tired?" Rahul smiled. "Sir, I'm just looking for a job. That's all I want. Just one chance." The man gave him a card and said, "Sometimes the job you want is not the one you're meant for. Maybe you're meant to build something bigger." Rahul didn't understand then, but now it made sense. Flashback ends. Standing outside the building, Rahul wiped his eyes. "No one believes in me now," he said, "but I believe in myself." He took one last look at the office. "I'll come back, and when I do, you'll remember this face." He turned and walked away, not with pain, but with purpose. The camera slowly zooms out as he disappears into the busy street. Music plays softly. Rahul walked down the street, holding the small business card tightly in his hand. People passed by him. Cars honked. Life moved fast. But inside Rahul, time had slowed down. His heart was heavy, but his mind was awake. That moment, being insulted and thrown out, had lit a fire in him. That day, he didn't go home. He went to a small park and sat on a bench. He looked at the business card again. Mr. Imran Khan, founder, SkySpark Digital. He remembered. The old man's words from the tea stall. You have something special. Don't waste it working for people who can't see it. Rahul didn't know what SkySpark Digital really was, but he knew one thing. If he didn't take a risk now, he would regret it forever. Flashback. 3 years earlier, Rahul was a bright student. He came from a small town. His father was a school teacher, a kind and honest man. But life changed suddenly when his father died in a road accident. Rahul was only 16. He wanted to cry, but he had no time. His mother needed him. His little sister was still in school. Rahul started working part-time jobs, delivery boy, shop helper, tutor, anything to earn money. During the day, he worked. At night, he studied. He passed college with good marks, but he had no contacts, no money, no network, only dreams. When he came to the city, he thought hard work would be enough. He was wrong. Every job he applied for, rejected. Some companies didn't even reply. Some laughed at his clothes. Others said, "You're not the right fit." Nobody believed in him. Present day. The next morning, Rahul stood outside a small office building. It was nothing like the shiny towers of big companies. It was simple. One board said, SkySpark Digital, Level 2. He climbed the stairs and knocked on the door. A young man opened it. Yes? I'm here to meet Mr. Imran Khan. He told me to come. The man nodded and let him in. Inside, there were only 4 desks, a whiteboard, and 2 computers. It was small, but alive. People were working with energy. Mr. Imran walked out of a cabin. He smiled. Rahul, right? Come in. Rahul sat across from him and explained everything. His background, education, dreams, and what happened at Royal Tech. Imran listened quietly. When Rahul finished, Imran leaned back and said, You don't need a job, Rahul. You need a mission. Rahul looked confused. Imran continued. There are 2 kinds of people, job seekers and job makers. You are the second type. You just don't know it yet. He paused. I'll give you 1 laptop, 1 corner desk, and 1 chance. Work with me. Learn. Build something. You won't get a salary yet, but you'll earn more than money. Rahul nodded without thinking twice. Next 3 months, Rahul worked 14 hours a day. He learned digital marketing, content writing, social media strategies, and basic web development. He watched online videos, read articles, and asked questions non-stop. He lived in a small room, ate simple food, and saved every rupee. He failed many times. Ads didn't work, websites crashed, clients rejected ideas, but he never gave up. Imran noticed his hunger. One evening, Imran called him and said, You're ready now. Start your own project under SkySpark. I'll support you. Rahul couldn't believe his ears. Me? My own project? Imran smiled. Yes, let's see what you can build. Rahul's startup idea, Rahul remembered how many job seekers like him were struggling. He thought, what if I create a platform where small businesses and job seekers can find each other without judgment? He called it Real Hire, a job platform for real people with real talent, not just fancy degrees. He created the website with the help of his new friends at SkySpark. He reached out to small businesses. He used everything he had learned to promote the site. At first, nothing happened, but Rahul kept going. One day, he got a call from a small bakery. Hi, we found your platform. Can we post a job for a delivery boy? Rahul smiled. Yes, of course. It was small. But it was a start. Rahul stared at the email from Royal Tech PVT Limited. It felt like a dream. They had thrown him out once, insulted him for looking broke. And now, they were reaching out to him for help. He read the email again. We are looking for a young creative team to run our new digital hiring campaign. We found your platform, Real Hire. Let's set up a meeting. Rahul closed his eyes and took a deep breath. This was the moment he had been waiting for. But he didn't reply right away. He remembered everything. The receptionist's cold stare, the manager's cruel words, the laughs of the other candidates. He could have said no, but Rahul had changed now. He didn't believe in revenge. He believed in proving himself. Silently, he clicked reply and typed, "Thank you for reaching out. I would be happy to meet and discuss your project." Next morning, Rahul wore a clean white shirt and blue jeans. He still didn't wear a fancy suit. He wanted to stay true to himself. But this time, he wasn't nervous. He was calm, focused, strong. His friend Arav from SkySpark came with him. Arav was now his business partner and graphic designer. They entered the same Royal Tech building, the same shiny floor, the same cold lights, the same big glass doors. But this time, Rahul walked in like he belonged there. The receptionist looked up and smiled politely. "Yes, sir. Do you have an appointment?" Rahul nodded. "Rahul Verma, Real Hire." She typed something on her computer and said, "Please wait, sir. Someone will come get you." "Sir." She called him sir. Rahul smiled, softly. What a difference a few months can make. A few minutes later, a young employee came and guided them to a meeting room. It was big, clean, and full of soft chairs. Rahul sat down and looked around. He remembered the last time he had been here, standing in a corner, humiliated, broken. Now, he was sitting at the table as a potential partner. The door opened. A man in a black suit entered. Rahul's heart skipped a beat. It was the same manager who had insulted him that day. He didn't recognize Rahul yet. "Good morning," the manager said. "I'm Mr. Kapoor. Let's begin." Rahul smiled. "Yes, let's. Pray." Rahul's story was spreading. The job platform he built, Real Hire, was growing fast. Small businesses were joining. Job seekers were getting hired. People started sharing his story on social media. Boy who was insulted for looking poor is now helping hundreds get jobs. The news report came out the next day. Rahul's photo was in the article, smiling with his team. The headline read, "From rejected to respected, Rahul Verma's journey." Rahul's phone didn't stop ringing. Old classmates messaged him. Strangers sent him blessings. Even big companies started reaching out for partnerships. But Rahul stayed, humble. "I'm not done yet," he kept saying. "This is just the beginning." One afternoon at the office, Rahul was in his small cabin when Arav walked in with a confused face. "Rahul, someone's here to meet you. Says she's from your past." Rahul looked up. "From where?" She didn't say. "Just that she knew you long ago." Rahul stood up and walked out. And then he stopped. Sitting on the small couch was a woman in a plain yellow salwar kameez. Her eyes were tired. She looked older than her age, but Rahul knew that face. It was Pooja. Flashback begins. 4 years ago, Pooja and Rahul were close friends in college. They studied together, laughed together, shared dreams. Rahul liked her. He never said it, but everyone knew. And maybe she liked him too. But then life hit. Rahul's father died. He left college for a while. He had no money, no time, no peace. He messaged Pooja less, called her rarely. One day he saw her with a boy from a rich family, Varun. Later she told Rahul, "I can't wait forever, Rahul. I need a stable future." And just like that, she was gone. Rahul was heartbroken, but he never blamed her. He just moved on. Flashback ends back to present. Rahul took a deep breath. Pooja? He said softly. She stood up. Hi, Rahul. I didn't know where else to go. They sat down in the meeting room. Pooja's hands were shaking. I saw your story online, she said. I'm proud of you. Rahul gave a small smile. Thanks. There was a long pause. Then she whispered, I need a job. Rahul blinked. What? Pooja looked down. My husband, Varun, left me. Things went bad. He got into debt, then disappeared. I'm alone now. I have a daughter. She's just 2. Her voice broke. I've been trying to find work, but no one replies. I don't have experience, just a degree. Tears filled her eyes. I didn't come here for sympathy. I just need a chance. Rahul sat still. This was the same girl who once walked away because he had nothing. Now she was sitting in front of him, lost, broken, asking for help. But Rahul didn't feel anger. He felt pain and peace. He spoke gently. Pooja, I understand. You don't have to explain anything. She looked up, surprised. Rahul continued. Life changes people. I know how that feels. He stood up, opened a drawer, and took out a file. We're opening a new department, career support for women restarting their careers. You can join as a trainee coordinator. Pooja gasped. You're giving me a job? Rahul nodded. Not out of pity, because I know how it feels when no one gives. You a chance? Pooja wiped her tears. Thank you, she whispered. Rahul smiled. Welcome to Real Hire. Later that evening, Arav came to Rahul's cabin. You okay, bro? That was intense. Rahul looked out of the window. The city lights were glowing again. I'm okay, he said. I didn't lose her. I just found myself. Arav nodded slowly. You're a good man, he said. Rahul turned and smiled. No. I just remember how it feels to have nothing. Rahul stood in front of the mirror, wearing a black blazer for the first time. He looked at himself carefully. Clean, simple, confident. Not flashy. Just real. Behind him, Arav smiled. You clean up well, sir. Rahul laughed. Don't call me sir. Still the same, Rahul, just trying not to look nervous. But inside, Rahul was nervous. Today, he wasn't going to a job interview. He wasn't pitching to a client. Today, he was speaking at the Global Youth Summit in Delhi, in front of hundreds of people from around the world. Flashback, 2 weeks ago. After the news report went viral, Rahul got an email from an international NGO. We are organizing a global summit for young changemakers. We loved your journey. Would you like to share your story on stage? Rahul almost didn't reply. He had never spoken to a big crowd before. But Arav pushed him. Bro, this is your moment. If your story can help even one person, it's worth it. Rahul agreed. And now, here he was, just minutes away from walking onto that grand stage. Backstage at the summit, he peeked through the curtain. The hall was full. Rows of chairs, people with cameras, big lights, flags from different countries. He could hear the host say, Our next speaker is a young man from a small town in India, once rejected, now a rising leader. Let's welcome Rahul Verma, founder of Real Hire. The crowd clapped. Rahul took a deep breath, stepped forward, and walked onto the stage. Rahul's speech, short excerpt. He looked around the room, then spoke slowly. A few months ago, I was standing in front of an office just asking for a chance. They didn't even look at my resume. I was judged by my clothes, not my skills. That day I felt broken, but I didn't stay broken. Today, I help others find the chances I never had. Real Hire is not just a platform. It's a promise that no one's talent should be ignored just because they don't look successful yet. People listened in silence. Some nodded. Some wiped their eyes. When Rahul finished, the whole hall stood up and clapped. A standing ovation. Rahul couldn't believe it. After the summit, dozens of people came to meet him. A woman from the UK said, "Your story reminded me of my brother." A young student from Africa said, "I want to start something like Real Hire in my country." People asked for selfies. Reporters asked for interviews. Rahul was overwhelmed, but also proud. Back in the office, when Rahul returned to Sky Spark, the team cheered. Pooja baked a small cake for him. "You made us proud," Arav said, but Rahul looked serious. "What happened?" Pooja asked. Rahul sighed. "Big names are contacting me now. Investors, companies, even foreign partners. They want to expand Real Hire." "That's good, right?" Arav said. Rahul nodded. "It is, but they want to turn it into a profit machine. Ads, paid memberships, premium access." He paused. "That's not what I started this for." The room went quiet. The dilemma. That night, Rahul sat alone on the office rooftop. He looked at the stars. He remembered the days when he had no food, no job, no help. He didn't create Real Hire to become rich. He created it so others like him wouldn't feel alone. But now, money, power, and fame were knocking on the door. Could he say no? Could he stay true to his mission? His phone buzzed. It was a message from a girl named Anjali, a 19-year-old who just got her first job through Real Hire. "Sir, thank you. I was about to give up. Your platform changed my life." Rahul smiled. That one message gave him his answer. Cliffhanger ending. The next morning, Rahul made a decision. He gathered his team and said, "We will grow. We will expand. But we will never charge job seekers. Real Hire will stay free for them. Always." Everyone clapped. But deep down, Rahul knew not everyone would like this decision. Some powerful people would try to change his mind, and some would try to destroy what he had built. Real Hire was growing fast. Within a few months, it had connected thousands of job seekers to small businesses. The platform was free, easy, and trusted. Rahul's name was now being mentioned in newspapers, podcasts, even classrooms, but with popularity came pressure. The investors arrived one morning. Arav walked into Rahul's office with a folder. "Bro," he said seriously, "you need to see this." Rahul opened it. Inside was a proposal from a foreign investment company, Dynacorp Global. They wanted to invest Rs 5 crore in Real Hire. But the condition? Start a premium section. Make companies pay for faster access. Charge users for job alerts. Push ads. Rahul frowned. This turns Real Hire into just another business. Arav looked unsure. "But we need funding, Rahul. Our servers are crashing. The team needs salaries. You can't run everything on emotion." Rahul didn't reply. Deep down, he knew Arav was right. They were growing fast and resources were low, but charging the people he had promised to help? That didn't feel right. He needed time, the twist, a friend. Turns foe that night, Rahul stayed late in the office. As he walked past Arav's desk, he noticed something strange on the screen, an email to Dynacorp. He paused. It said, "Rahul is emotional, but I can convince him. Let's move forward. I know what's best for the company." Rahul's heart sank. Arav, his best friend, was working behind his back. Confrontation next day. Rahul called a meeting. The team sat in silence. Everyone could feel the tension. Rahul stood up and said, "I've always believed in building something pure, something honest, not just for profit, but for purpose." He looked at Arav. "But when money comes in, people change." Arav stood up. "I didn't betray you, Rahul. I just want to grow." "You're too emotional." Rahul replied, calm but firm. "Emotion is not a weakness. It's the reason Real Hire exists." The room was silent. Then Rahul said the hardest words. Arav, I love you like a brother, but if we don't believe in the same dream anymore, we must walk different paths. Arav's eyes were red. Without a word, he picked up his laptop and left. The breakdown. That night, Rahul broke down. He sat alone in the dark office. The one person he trusted most was gone. Am I doing the right thing? He whispered. He looked at the old photo on his desk, the tea stall, the notebook. The first day he had started Real Hire. Then he looked at a printed email stuck on his wall. It said, "Thank you for giving me a second chance. I'll never forget it." Pooja and another one below it. I was told I'd never find work again. Real Hire proved them wrong.